That's who we love and that's who we serve. Ladies and gentlemen, happy Monday. You, we dare. You are on the Innervision FM universe with Johnnie J, and I'm Alan C.
Hi everybody, this is the Godfather, Soul James Brown. I tell you, this business is on. My man is on. Check him out. This is the Godfather, Soul James Brown saying stay with it and hit it. Okay, thank you, baby.
Well, we are here and live and in person and all that kind of stuff. Should we call it either Indigenous People Day, or is it still what's his name? I forgot his name. The
Which
guy,
one,
the guy,
Columbus?
yeah, Columbus, yeah, Columbus. How could I, my
Well,
mind?
I don't know. Columbus is a cool dude. He proved that if you go sailing far enough, you don't fall off the edge of the earth. So, shout out to Columbus, and because I'm American Native, I can do this. Well, I'm not all the way American Native, but I'm more American Native than Elizabeth Warren. So, here's how the American Natives, at least what I was taught in school, how they say hello to their friends and their enemies alike. They go, wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, I have a recording. I wonder if I played it. I do have a recording of a. I wonder if I could do that. Well, hold on, let's see if I could do this. Let's see, and then hopefully you can hear it. Let's see. No, not music. Oh, and when I asked, people, you can now do a super chat,
Oh, wow.
and you donate whatever you want. I hope it's not under $5, and you can donate to the cause.
Give Innervision FM some love in the comments. Throw up a bunch of stars and some red hearts and all kind of crazy positive emotions and happy cuddly wuddly things like that, because it's Monday and I just woke up at 8:36 a.m.
Yes. Yeah. Now, wait, can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully, it's going to start up where I want it to start up. But every first, I guess, Saturday at the Arts Center up the street from me, they have this a free day,
Oh, wow.
and hopefully we can get past. Oh, let's continue, and then we'll let those guys. This is the 33rd annual powwow in Denver, Colorado, on Innervision FM. Oh, thank you very much, Johnny.
Yay.
Yeah. So this is the real Indigenous people, and I had this is fantastic. It was called Navajo Taco. It was fantastic.
For our benevolent overlords at YouTube, this is what they call under intellectual property laws.
Yeah. So
So
so whether it's
happy Indigenous Day, whatever. People's
yeah,
Day.
definitely.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's a little shout out to my people.
Okay, all right. I got applause. So now they're frozen in history. Hey, don't forget to subscribe, and then sign up for our newsletter. As you know, if we leave here, you guys can get a hold of us because all this information belongs to whatever platform you're looking at. So go to info@innervisionfm.com. That's info@innervisionfm.com, and sign up for our newsletter.
Yeah.
Or even go to our website, innervisionrecords.org. That's Innervision, that's INNERVISION, records.org, because it took a long time to get up to 1,068 subscribers. But if we go away on this channel, get striked or whatever, and then plus you can, like, you see this red T-shirt I'm wearing. It's the official Innervision T-shirt.
Sweet.
And if anybody donates $35 or more, we'll send you a official Innervision T-shirt. Now, if you're out of the United States, depending on where you are, it costs a little bit more, and we have to check to see how much it costs to send it to you. But if you're in the United States, definitely we can send it to you for no charge for postage. But get your Innervision T-shirt. Kanye West is selling the White Lives Matter T-shirt. So we're not we don't have that one, but we do have the Innervision official T-shirt.
Well, I do want to get a hold of a T-shirt maker and make something up called Visually Impaired and Blind Lives Matter. But it sounds too much like
that. I like that.
But it sounds too much like Viagra.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, we should, man. Hey, that's an idea, man. Hey, it's patent. It's copywriting right now here on Innervision FM. So hey,
right. If you see problem shirts running around, you'll know why, because we came up with it, and you heard it here first.
Yeah, I like that idea. And then let's see what else. Thank our sponsors, Christian Brothers Movers and Moving Company from in Texas and in Phoenix, and in where else are they? Oh,
Inglewood, Colorado. Shout out to my people in Inglewood. I got a lot of friends out.
And Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, okay. And then also Dr. Richard Damiano, Littleton Eye Clinic, where they do corneal transplants and other cosmetic. They sent me some stuff about they do some other cosmetic stuff as well. So and Lord knows, I mean, over the years he's worked on me a few times.
That's awesome. Awesome. So you want to get your vision back? He's the man to see. Yeah. Also want to thank Wells Fargo Foundation, Denver Art Relief Fund.
And I took out any meaning because the mayor is screwing around with saying that some of these nonprofits have to sign off that they have insurance for on-location events. And we haven't done any on-location events, and when we do, we use the insurance of the business itself.
Right.
And so they're screwing around with this, so that check hasn't come in, and it won't come in until probably after November. So that it is what it is. And then it was something else. knowyourjudge.org is a good website. I want you guys to do that. Because sometimes you see judges on the ballot and you don't know who they are. You just say, oh, okay, but you know that they're nominated or put up there, or sometimes they're re-upping. But you want to know a little bit about their history before you put your check mark there beside their name. And see,
absolutely. Don't forget react19.org as well. If you've gotten the secret sauce and you find yourself with a little bit of a problem, these folks may be able to help you out.
Yeah, and if you have a 17-year-old daughter who was fully jabbed and she goes to bed and then she dies, you might want to check into that as well. If you know what I'm saying.
My gosh, it's sudden death syndrome is on the rise. Don't know what it's from, ladies and gentlemen.
Sudden adult death.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. And I do want to really quickly mention that the views expressed by the host and the talk show guy, blah blah blah. They're not necessarily the views
and opinions.
and opinions expressed by the sponsors and or by InnervisionFM.com itself. So there you go for our benevolent overlords at you.
Yes. Okay, and then let's see where else. I'm gonna. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch. Let's see. No. Oh shit! I hit the wrong button. Okay, I stopped the recording and I hit the recording again. Let's see. I was kind of turning back on the. Oh, anyway, we have some topics today.
We do. I thought we were
Yes.
just going to sit around and talk. Hey, we got Kanye West and Kim Kardashian and Hillary Clinton. They're all in the news.
Yeah, we got some things about her, and then the the football player. You know what? I like that what he did. I don't know if you that you what the football player did.
I didn't hear about the football player.
Well, this activist ran on the field,
Okay.
and oh oh yeah. Oh well. Anyway, I'm not. Let me get down to his name. Bobby Granger, I think his name is.
Okay.
I thought you. Okay. Okay. Let me. Where's
Well,
his
this
name?
is all really real, man, because I just woke up like 25 minutes ago, man.
Okay.
So I didn't
Okay.
read.
Okay. So Bobby Wagner.
Okay.
Last week on Monday Night Football, some activist. I dig it. He doesn't want any pigs to be killed anymore, any cows and stuff like that. And
Right.
so he ran down on the field and he had some kind of pink thing he was spraying around, I guess. And Bobby Wagner said, "Wait a minute, we don't know who this guy is. Let me take care of this, being that he's an alpha man." So he knocked little beta man with the tackle. And you think that, okay, the cops came, got him, took him away, and you think that would be the end of the story. But in this beta victim mentality, he says, "Oh, I was down there for the pigs, and I got attacked by this big black football player," and so now the he's suing Bobby. He's suing Bobby for this reason.
Wow.
And I said, "Come on, you guys. I mean, come on. You went down there at your own risk. What did you think was going to happen? You think that they were just going to let you run amok on a national broadcast? And you know how people, football is their god. You think they were going to just let you run amok and not do anything?" And so yeah, so he's now suing. He's a victim. He's a poor me, and we'll see if that comes to play, and if I don't know. It's ridiculous. If certain things are going to happen to you, if you went into a crowded theater and you yell, fire, and there's no fire, things are going to happen to you. And I'm a vegan and vegetarian, and I can only control me and then do what I do. And if anybody wants to follow me, they can do it, right?
Right.
And I just have control over my little circle. I can't force someone by my little circle. Yes, it's sad that when little piggy gets made into pork chops. Okay. Matter of fact, I was at this birthday party this weekend, and my stepson's wife, she was frying up these greasy pork chops, and I said, "Oh man," and I was gonna partake on the carrot cake. I was just gonna take the icing off and do that, but
Right.
after smelling that grease, I said, "I can't do it."
Boy, I tell you what, I would have been in heaven right there. Hog.
Yes. Oh man. But I'm sorry that Porky and Bess, little Piggy and Bess, is it Piggy and Bess? I don't know. Porcupine, or it was a cartoon with two pigs in it. What was that? That one with the pigs in it. Oh well.
You
Anyway.
got pig and yeah,
Anyway.
porky.
So that's what happened Monday Night Football. You guys probably heard about it. And then one of it was a police officer, David Dorn, a retired police officer in the 2020, June the 2nd of 2020. He went out to check on a friend of his pawn shop, and these thugs who were so-called in this mostly peaceful protest shot this 77-year-old policeman and watched him lie there and die, and video and Facebook streamed it. Well, this
Wow.
26-year-old guy was his wife, the police officer wife got to see this 26-year-old idiot put in jail for life so he can think about it while he's being raped continuously for the rest of his life.
Wow.
So we want to give a shout out to the police force as we support the blue, and we thank him for his service. He was retired, and
Right.
he was just doing a friend a favor on that June 2nd, 2020. All right, all right. Now let's get into, let's see, where are we at as far as time? Okay, we're 15 minutes into it. Okay, Kanye West. Oh, by the way, let's get into the first. SNL has not been funny for a long time, and so
Yeah. Been
this
20 years or more.
yeah, and this weekend it was kind of funny. They did like a game show, and you heard about the Herschel Walker stuff
Yeah.
where they're trying to take him off the issues, and let's go into his personal life because the Democrats can't say that their policies that are causing high inflation, high gas prices, causing Denver to be the number one place for carjacking, number one place for bank robberies, and the number two place for fentanyl poisoning. They can't run on those things. So they say, well, let's look at the person's personal life, and maybe we can run on their personal life, and we even dig up stuff and pay influencers, internet influencers like Christian Walker, to say stuff. So on the skit, they were saying like what we're gonna say. We're gonna try to trigger you, and we'll put wine glasses in front of you, and if you get triggered, you can smash that glass, those wine glasses. And one girl, I guess he was saying something about um, Herschel Walker, and you can see it for yourself. They got a little video of it. It doesn't last long, and then they say, "Live from New York is Saturday night," and then this one guy, the black guy at the end, they were saying stuff about Kanye West, and then he got triggered when he saw Kanye West wearing the White Lives Matter shirt, and so he took this iron and he and he put it at his hand, and then that's when they went to live from New York, it's Saturday night. And I said, "Oh, people, man! Back in the day when we were going to school, we got called so many names, we got treated so bad, but we made it through it. It wasn't nice, but they said sticks and stones will break your bones, but uh, yeah,
Names
but
will
we're
hurt.
never harm you, never
Yeah.
I almost forgot the saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was a triggered skit they did last week. So that was it was some of it was kind of funny. Someone was kind of funny. Just think somebody would be triggered enough to put a hot iron on their hand because they saw a T-shirt. And if you saw the interview with Tucker Carlson, man, if you don't get a chance to watch it, I got to put a I put a link in there. So if you look at the Zoom link I sent out,
Right.
I well, I hope you can see that link. There's the link for the the Tucker Carlson's um, interview, and man, and when you Google, let me see, I'm gonna try it right now because it says if you when you Google Kanye West, it says that he's crazy and something like that, and don't listen to him or something. Okay, Kanye West.
Well, he's definitely in the news a lot. He's got a lot of
Yes,
Christian rap out there. Kanye West is uh, definitely signed up during the good times of when Jesus comes back and whatnot. Wow, that's going to be intense.
he is.
Uh,
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, I should let the audience hear what it said. Um, Kanye West.
Ye, better known by his birth name Kanye West, is an American rapper, songwriter, record producer, and fashion designer. Want to hear more?
Yes.
He is widely regarded as one of the greatest and most influential hip-hop musicians of all time, as well as one of the greatest musicians of the 21st century.
wow.
So okay, so Tucker Carlson said when he got something else about him being crazy, don't listen to him and all that kind of stuff, and then it was interesting when you don't get a chance to get into too many millionaire or billionaires' life because the television and the fake media, they rather cover stories about poor people or people that live outside of gated communities. So therefore, you'll see bad stuff that happened to we the people, but you very rarely see the inner workings of billionaires and millionaires, and yes, they have problems just like we do, but unless they put themselves on TV like Kim Kardashian, you don't see that, and then you see maybe you don't see the real side of that because they come up they sometimes they make up stories about storylines to make it interesting, because that's reality TV and that's how they roll. So he was saying something about during the time when he saw Trump and he said, Trump, and he said he liked what he was standing for.
Mhm.
His handlers were saying, if you say anything about that, you're going to ruin your career. And then he said, you can't wear that hat because people who wear that hat can get killed or something like that. And it was like he said, the pressure of not being able to say I'm a billionaire and I can't say what I want drove him loony.
I would imagine. I would imagine our freedom of speech, at least here in America, is super important to all of us. And when you've got a bunch of money and you're a celebrity, you actually think that you could do something about it. So, what did Kanye West do with this money and with this fame and with this platform that he has?
Well, of course, he says, okay, at this fashion show they were having, him and what is the name? All these names are slipping out of my head. She's the conservative girl that she's a black girl that she married this English guy.
Candace
Candace,
Owens.
Candace Owens. Well, I don't know what his names. Uh, Her and him went to this fashion show, and they were both wearing this T-shirt saying "White Lives Matter." And
Okay.
it this one girl there who was and he calls him the Black Lives Matter office manager. She came out and says, "Well, I got triggered by the shirt and all this," stuff." And then Kanye he went straight for the throat. He looked at her shoes and said, "Well, I heard that so and so doesn't like your shoes, and you should go back and change those shoes." So he neutralized her, the leader, the Black Lives Matter office manager first, and then he was able to go around the circle because he said this was the gatekeeper. And if you listen to KS 107, whenever Tony V's on the show, there's this white lady in the background, and she is the gatekeeper. Now Tony V, he's a proud Hispanic man. He's on KS 107's morning show, and I know, being a family man with children, grandchildren, he's not down with some of this stuff, right?
Sure.
But this lady, she's there because when I called in, she was there to keep him on track, not to say anything outside of what the liberals or the left nationals, left wing nationals, wanted him to say. And so that was just interesting that, even, well, yeah, of course, in Denver they have the gate watchers that on the left, if you were in the entertainment business, and because we're independent, this is what we do, and I can air this on Channel 56, and they just put a disclaimer in front of it and back of it, and it airs, and the freedom of speech still exists on public access TV. But on public TV and public commercial TV, and even some nonprofit radio stations that are run by the left community, like what's that news, NPR. You only get and we the people, the taxpayers, left and right, pay for that stuff, and they don't give both sides of the news, which kind of makes me angry. Why am I paying for something that is not discussing my views as well as the other side's views?
Interesting, because I was listening to a talk show the other day, and they were talking about this very thing. Why is it that we conservatives are still supporting these things? Why is it we conservatives are still sending our money to these woke corporations? We talk all the time about getting involved at the local, state, and federal levels to make change within our governance, whatever it be. I don't think we talk enough about where we spend our money. There's 11 million blind folk in the United States who can at least work, and 34 million blind folk in the entire world that register as blind that can work. And I just wonder what would happen if we stopped supporting certain places that do not support our values. Everything is all about values. Everything is all about laws. Everything is all about order. Everything is all about regulation. But when you regulate one side versus another side, or there is one set of governing structure for the people and a second tier for the politicians, that's when we run into problems, and that's where our society finds itself today. And in addition to supporting grassroots musicians with internet radio with InnervisionFM, we also do a talk show. We talk about current events like this one. And the idea is gatekeepers. We allow for these gatekeepers to exist. We allow for all of this to take place. If we were to just peacefully and legally and legislatively say no more of this, it would indeed go away. There would be some resistance at first, because obviously they have all the money right now. But
I need to, I wanted to. So I just hit something in my mind, and this is always existed in Hollywood. Remember Rock Hudson?
Yeah.
Nobody knew that his sexual preference until like after he died of AIDS, and it was they kept it a secret. I guess people on the inside, they knew, but because he had this handsome look, he had this chiseled look, and he had the look, someone said, "Hey, we can make you an actor, but you have to hide this part of you." And then they had this movie that came out just recently about Hollywood something. Not Hollywood Shuffle. It was something else Hollywood, where they said, well, what if he was brave enough to come out as himself back in the day and not play the game? And so it was a whole movie about what if, and then it was a very interesting movie. But so this Gatekeepers has been around for a long time. And then I remember Hattie, someone she played in Gone with the Wind. She played the black maid. Hattie, I forgot her last name, but when she came and she accepted the word and she says, "I'm so proud to be a great representative of my people and all that kind of stuff." And so you know that they had her saying certain things, the gatekeepers, uh, be a something to my people, be a credit, be a credit to my people. And I'm thinking like these weird words that they made you say, and she couldn't even sit in the audience at this award. She had to sit back in the kitchen. But the gatekeeper says that we'll give you this award, but you still have to do this, and this, and this. So Hollywood has never been straight with anyone letting them be who they are. And he said at the time he was living in Hollywood, and so those are the gatekeepers around him at that time because of where he was living, and maybe that's why he got the place out in Montana, so he can get away from those gatekeepers. And he said he had, and he said something about it. He said he had to fire a lot of people who were atheistic, who they were just yes men. And he says, I don't need any yes men. I need truthful people around me. I need Christians around me. And so he said, that's what you get when you hire like a lot of atheists. You get these people that have no integrity and no basis on that. Now, I don't know if that's all, but the people that he was running with and the people that were in these high positions, and he named this big number. TuckerCarlson, go see both of the interviews, part 1, part 2, because you really get an insight of a billionaire. Now, when you, I don't know, have you ever married someone or dated someone and then you started finding out stuff about them that you said, "Wow, how come you didn't tell me this before we took this deeper step?"
Absolutely, Johnny. Yeah, that's been the story of my life. I'm only just now to figure out, what am I doing wrong? Because, I'm 51, so pretty much my dating days are over. But, what am I doing wrong to attract this kind of thing? Because I do realize that, boy, if I attract these kinds of women, then there's got to be something I'm putting out there in the world to allow for that to happen. So, I'm disassembling and reassembling myself, trying to figure it out. And the only way that I can do that is through the Lord Jesus Christ, because filtering everything through the cross is a good way to get it done. And it's a lot more healthy than reading some self-help book that was written by somebody that really hates themselves, that really doesn't like themselves very much, and therefore does not have the greatest of faith in humanity. I'd rather go to the Creator, who says things like, he's got plans for us, plans to prosper us, not to harm us, plans for a future. He tells us how we're made, that we're made in his image, that we're fearfully and wonderfully made. I mean, on and on and on about all the good things that humanity has to offer, as opposed to negativity, as opposed to the sensational value, the what sells value of sensation or scandal. The scandal-based industry is huge these days. We've got famous people doing this and that and the other. We've got, politicians doing what they're doing and what they do best, and that's to keep everybody on their toes. And we got the American people divided against themselves, when in fact all lives matter, not just white lives or black lives or blind lives or visually impaired lives, but all lives matter.
Yes, and I don't know. It's Oh, and I'm reading the book of James. So
Nice book.
Yeah,
I like
you
the
see.
book.
So I don't know. It's like it's so much wisdom and knowledge, as you read the word. And if you never read it, you don't know. You just heard what people said, like, "Oh, that book is so old." And wisdom, whether it's old or wisdom is wisdom.
That's
And
right.
I, I know I just dig the way the word puts it across. And right now I read it through once, James. This is just 5 chapters.
5 chapters.
Yeah, and so I was reading about like how not to, if you see a guy coming in with fine clothing, don't treat him better than someone who walks in with shabby clothing. And I just, you have to think about those things because people, will do that. They say, "Oh, look at this nice Christian guy. We should treat him better because, if you, especially if he walks in your area, he's going to donate more." But what if this other guy, what if you're doing God's will by treating this other guy as a human being, and they'll say, sit at my feet." Uh,
Yeah.
so, I don't know. Yeah, it's
The main thing in the book is that God's not a respecter of persons. He definitely wants to wants people to understand that we all sin, we all fall short of that glory of God, but He's there to offer a relationship with us and to forgive us of our sins. So, whatever they are, it doesn't stack up to the gift of His Son Jesus Christ, who He sent to die for our sins. So, you got your Kanye Wests, you got your Kim Kardashians, you got your Hillary Clintons, and you've got all these folks running around. And Kanye has kind of got the right idea. He decided, I've come to the end of myself. I can't do anything except for fall on Jesus. And if the public doesn't like it, well, the public doesn't like it. That's okay too.
yes, and you know what? It's interesting because you think that you get to a certain level in life, and right now you and I we're pretty much free. We don't have crazy money and stuff like that, but I can't think of a situation where other than these platforms that they try to regulate and control you according to their left wing nationalist point of view. Um, I can't think of too many other places where they do stupid stuff like say control what you say and what you can't say and like in that movie 1984
Mm-hmm.
when they inflicted pain on that guy to say how many fingers do I have up and he says 5. He says no, that's not the right answer. Then it's like I said whoa, oh man. So I don't know. I hope it never gets to that point where, well, I guess they do waterboarding as a torture in some countries, and sometimes we were doing it at that Tanam, what was that jail? It was Tanam, not Tanam Square, but Tanamo, whatever that prison system was.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like we want to hear your comments. Don't forget that we could do a super chat and donate to the cause. You can do PayPal.me, and I just got rid of my Venmo because my wife was saying like Johnny, it seemed like charges here, charges there, and then I looked at it and I said on September 22nd I didn't order Uber, and then on September, and it seemed like there was a lot of activity going on in my in my Venmo app, and I deleted it. So the Johnny Johnson 25 is no longer because I know what I did, and I wouldn't find out about it until my wife said, Johnny, you have this, and this, and I looked at it myself and I said, I do. So
Huh.
take that out of the mix. I got to tell my web guy not to put that up on the website anymore. So I don't know. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on, and we thank you guys for joining us on this Columbus Day and Indigenous Day, and give us a bunch of likes, and I'm gonna put that challenge out there. Tomorrow we're gonna have some more music stuff because sometimes I like to talk about music artists and intertwine it into our shows with, the political issues and all that kind of stuff. So,
Sweet.
so anyway, so I'm gonna
Be
we're
more
gonna
awake by then, man.
yeah, I would too, man. So we're gonna call it a day and see you guys tomorrow here on Innervision